This is the only manifestation technique that you will ever need. Whether you want to manifest your SP, money, business success, weight loss, anything and everything, I got you covered. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jen and I am your manifestation bestie, where I teach all things law of assumption when it comes to manifesting anything and everything that you desire. If that sounds good to you, click that subscribe button. Also be sure to grab my top 7 hypnosis bundle pack, where I'm literally going to manifest whatever you desire while you sleep. It's only 20 bucks. Link is in the description box below. Grab your copy now. Okay, also, I am launching a brand new members only community where I'm going to be hosting monthly challenges, exclusive member only content, also be doing Q&A sessions, and just delivering a lot of value. My goal is I want to support you through your entire manifestation journey so you can literally manifest your dream life, and we can do that together. So go ahead and click the link in the description box below and get in at the founder's price. All right, so the manifestation technique that literally will change everything for you, plus help you, plus help make this a routine, right? I feel like when people, I stand by robotic affirming. It's what I do. I am the type that will robotically affirm all day long to get what I want tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I find that a lot of people have a hard time with remembering, which I think is bullshit, to be quite honest, remembering to robotically affirm, because you don't forget to cancel your shitty ass thoughts all day long, do you? Right? No, you don't. So those are running all the time, but yet when it comes to changing that and actually focusing your thoughts on what it is that you want, well, we can't seem to find the time, or we can't seem to remember, and it kind of becomes like you guys treat it like a job, like it's a lot of work, and it's not, right? It's literally, you're not here to learn how to manifest. You're always manifesting. I'm here to show you how to control what you're manifesting so that you're manifesting what you want, and you're not continuing to manifest everything you don't fucking want. You know what I mean? So basically, what I've created is what I call the 5x5 technique. Okay. This is designed to literally create a structure for you throughout your day. So therefore, you don't have to remember. If you want, you can set some alarms. Okay. It makes it easy for you. I got you back. But at least you're getting your robotic affirming time in. Okay. Because as you know, in case you're new here, the only thing that controls your entire reality is your subconscious mind. Okay, your subconscious mind remembers anything and everything about you. And the more you think and dwell on a subject, the more it's getting ingrained into your subconscious mind, and it's now an assumption and a belief of yours. So you no longer have to try. It's automatically running on autopilot. And the problem with that is when you try to manifest something different, you have to work in overtime because you already have this old belief and assumption that you're trying to get rid of. So in order to get rid of it, you have to cram in the opposite thoughts in overtime, right? Because the sooner you can rewrite this old assumption and old belief with what you want to assume and what you want to believe, then it shows up. But if you're treating it like a job and you're doing it every time you think about it randomly for a minute or two, while you have 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day, that's the part of the problem. Okay. This is why a lot of you will be in my DMs and say, it's not working. I still haven't got what I want. How long is this going to take? And I'm like, well, how long are you affirming? And you're like, for a minute a day, or, whenever I think about it. And that's just not enough. It's enough if you don't have resistance to something, right? This is why, these law of attraction people will tell you some bullshit like, just put out there that you're going to see a butterfly, right? And then you go and see a butterfly. That's instant manifestation because there's no resistance. You could really care less whether it happens or not. So therefore, things like that show up quickly. This is why I'm constantly telling you guys that you need to be careful of the thoughts and the words that are coming out of your mouth, because you may not necessarily be dwelling on something, but you may say something or have a random thought in your mind. There's no resistance to that, and it shows up, but it's now what you want. Okay. I've done that a million times. Okay. And it's annoying. Okay. Because I'm just like, dang it, and so I want to prevent that from you guys. Okay. And so this is part of the problem is you want to catch things. Okay. You really want to start catching things. And so I developed the 5x5 technique because I feel like it will really, really help keep you guys on track. So basically what it is in a nutshell is it's where you're going to robotically affirm. You're going to pick 2 to 3 affirmations per desire, okay? We don't lump them together, okay? So per desire. So let's say 2 to 3 affirmations for SP, 2 to 3 affirmations for money, 2 to 3 affirmations for business success, right? And you have those 3. Then you're going to robotically affirm one set for one desire for 5 minutes, okay? You're just going to play them on repeat, okay? Just repeat it over and over again for 5 minutes. If you want to set a timer, great. If you want to listen to a YouTube video you don't care about, fantastic. Do you, okay? Whatever works for you. But you want to say them in your mind for 5 minutes. Then when you're done with that, then you move into the next desire. You say your 2 to 3 affirmations for your next desire for 5 minutes. Then you move to the next desire and you say those for 5 minutes, okay? And so basically you want to set a routine. So you say, okay, if I'm going to do it 5 times a day for 5 minutes per desire each time. And I really don't recommend that you manifest anything more than 3 desires at a time, okay? Because we want to focus, right? We really want to cram that in, because the problem is if you're trying to manifest 2,500 desires all at the same time, your subconscious mind is only picking up bits and pieces of it. But versus if you were to pick 2 to 3 desires and then robotically affirm those throughout the day, then you're saying that so many times to your subconscious mind that it speeds up your manifestation, okay? So basically you want to set your schedule and you want to say, okay, just like you got to say, we all got schedules, okay? So it's like, okay, as soon as I wake up in the morning, I'm going to not get out of bed. I'm going to lay in bed and I'm going to robotically affirm my affirmations, right? The morning time when you first wake up is very important because your mind is open and you're in the SATS state, okay? State akin to sleep. And so because of that, your subconscious mind is wide open because it's just waking up. Your conscious mind is just waking up, okay? So you get your robotic affirming time in there. Then let's say you have a job, okay? So now we all know you got a 15-minute banger break, right? So mid-morning, you got a 15-minute break. Robotically affirm. What else are you doing? Scrolling on social media? Okay, let's get what you want, okay? Because last time I checked, social media ain't getting you your desires, okay? In fact, you should be careful what you're consuming on social media. But anyway, so now you have the mid-morning and you do your robotic affirming 5-minute sessions per desire. Then you have your afternoon, okay, your lunch break. Now you do same thing, robotic affirming 5 minutes per desire, each desire, right? Then you go mid-afternoon. And now you've got that and you do the same thing. Then you have the evening right before you go to sleep. Again, it's really beneficial if you actually are robotically affirming while you're drifting off to sleep, because again, your subconscious mind never sleeps, okay? So while you're sleeping, while in your conscious state is gone to sleep, your subconscious mind is still wide awake, okay? So therefore, if you're robotically affirming while you're drifting off to sleep, it's really absorbing into that subconscious mind, okay? So always make sure, and it's really a nice transition to get into sleep vibe mode, right? Because you're really focused affirming, you're nice and relaxed, and you're getting it up in there, okay? So that's the 5x5 method, okay? So I want you to do that and commit to it. Set alarms daily for that shit, okay? Because you either want it or you don't. If you do, if you're not willing to do 5 minutes per desire 5 times a day, then I don't know what to tell you. Then that means that you don't want it bad enough. And my guess is you're lacking commitment. If you won't commit to this, my guess is you're lacking commitment in other areas of your life too, because your subconscious mind runs off of patterns and processes, okay? So where you do one thing, you typically do the same thing in multiple areas of your life, okay? So if you can't commit to this, you're probably not committed into other things too, okay? So you've got your set routine. Now, it's very important that you understand that, again, you process 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So outside of your scheduled affirming sessions, every time you think of that desire, you need to look at your affirmations like a safety net, okay? Like it is your safety net. So anytime you think of your desire, like let's say I did my affirming session, I'm driving in the car and I start thinking about my SP and I start thinking about all the things that the way he's treating me and all the things I don't like, right? Well, boom, you go right into your affirmations, okay? And because you want to cancel those thoughts out, you want to push them out. You don't want them to sit and dwell in there, okay? So you want to push them out. So you do that with your robotic affirming. So it's like you're thinking, oh, he hasn't messaged me. He's treating me like he's such an asshole. He treats me like I'm a piece of shit. Instead of doing that in your car, you're going to be like, nope. He absolutely loves me. I'm the best thing in his life. He cannot live without me, right? So, see, you're flipping that thought, and you need to do that throughout your day. Okay. You really need to do that throughout your day because that's still manifesting. Okay. So while you're in your scheduled affirming time, outside of that, you can't go back to the thoughts that you had before that because it's like canceling it out. Okay. It's like it's canceling it out. Robotic affirming, negative thoughts. Boom, start over. Okay. And it's just this endless cycle. This is why you don't have what you have or what you want because you're not willing right now, you're not willing to break that cycle. Okay. You're not willing to say, okay, I'm going to completely do thought awareness, which is what I teach, and say, okay, I'm going to pay attention to every freaking thought I have throughout my day. And if it's not in alignment with what I'm manifesting and my affirmations, then I'm going to flip that on the spot. Okay, and I'm going to go right into my affirming. You don't have to go into your affirming for 5 minutes per desire when you think of it throughout your day. You don't have to do that. You just have to cancel that thought out because there's a delay in manifestation. Could you literally imagine if we instantly manifested every thought we had? I wouldn't want that. Okay. So the delay is like a good thing. Okay. So there's a delay. So there's no way that just because you had one random thought that that's going to manifest if you cancel that thought out. Okay. If you sit there and say, nope, I want to think this instead. And when you keep doing that, those thoughts will stop coming up and it speeds up your manifestation. Okay. So, but first, I want you guys to get in the habit and create a routine for yourself where it becomes a daily part of your life because then it becomes natural to you. It becomes normal to you. It becomes a thing, okay? And it becomes a priority because things that make it a part of our routine every day are a priority to us, okay? So I want this to become a priority to you by creating a simple routine for yourself. And then outside of that routine, you will naturally find yourself wanting to do it more. Okay, but let's at least start with a baseline routine so that you can start really getting in the habit of affirming on a consistent daily basis. Because I promise you, once you do that, then you're going to start saying, oh, well, shoot, I got another 5 minutes right now. Let me get another one in. Oh, I got 5 minutes right now. Let me get another one in. And before you know it, you're a manifesting bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because now all of a sudden you're getting all these affirming sessions in. All of a sudden you're finding time to get them in and you will start seeing movement much, much faster and you will start manifesting everything that you want so quickly. All right. So let's get this 5x5 method implemented like right now. Okay. Not tomorrow, not tomorrow, right now. Okay, so and then go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know what are things that you're trying to manifest. What are things that you want to manifest, and give some examples of what your robotic affirming, what your affirmations are, because I feel like so many people struggle with knowing how to write their affirmations as if it's already theirs. And so I want your affirmations to inspire others to be able to curate their own affirmations, okay? Because we don't want to copy people's affirmations necessarily, but curate your own, but get an idea of how they go. All right? All right, my friends, that's what I got for you. I know you found this video helpful. I am on a mission to get as many of you manifesting the life that you deserve and to create so much awareness in society that you are in control of everything in your life so that we can take our power back and we can start getting anything and everything that we desire. Starting with you, babe. All right? All right, go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.